welcome back to Beauty Angels, and thank you for, well, making our first episode so fantastic.
Yeah, we can't thank you enough for all your questions and the interest you've given, and the comments has been brilliant.
We are the Cosmetic Detectives, and our mission is to make you the best version of yourself and make us the best version of ourselves.
That's right. And this episode is all about makeup and their most important must-have products.
And it's really strange, isn't it, Linda, that we've actually, all of us independently have come up with the similar things that are our must-have products.
Very similar. And by the end of the show, we'll know which product all of us have picked along the way.
Really, really interesting. So we have coming up Dr. Tracy Mountford, our wonderful cosmetic doctor.
And also we're going to be talking to Hannah Martin, who is actually a royal makeup artist.
Ooh, and then we are going to go to Planet D, who is going to teach us about breathing.
Debbie, if this is our mission this week, to find out the best products for makeup, I want to know what your three are.
I do have my favourite go-to products. I can't live without. First one has got to be this. I mean, this is an old favourite. Max Factor Pan Stick. It's the best concealer in the world. So as long as I've got this with me, I'm happy. And as long as I've got this with me, I'm also happy. So this is Nivea Pearl and Shine. I wear it all the time. It's my favourite lipstick, and it costs about £2 from Boots.
That's good for your lips as well, I suppose, is it?
And my lips are always moisturized and lovely. I never suffer from cracked lips at all. And in the summer you can, obviously, because it's very sunny, so your lips get dry, and in the winter they get chapped as well. But since I discovered this, and I can't remember how long ago it was, I use it all the time. My kids use it. So we've always got these all over our house. Pearl and Shine, we probably own the whole lot of them. And last but by no means least, a mascara that doesn't run down your face. Now that is quite a hard thing to find, isn't it?
That is a hard thing to find, a good mascara.
When you've used concealer and then everything starts to run, you think, oh no, it's right down here. This to me is the only one, and this is Bourjois Clubbing mascara. I don't know why, because I don't go clubbing anymore. Perhaps I'm supposed to go clubbing. It's fantastic. You can buy it online. It's about £4, and those are my must go to and have to have beauty products. Now, Linda, I would like you to go naked.
Ever do you mean, Debbie? I do know what you mean. This is the first time ever in the history of Linda Lusardi that you're going to see her completely barefaced. And I said faced. So this is my makeup routine from start to finish.
Well, I think I'm very brave showing you my face without a scrap of makeup on. I've just washed, put my creams on, my skin feels all nice and smooth and soft and ready to start doing my daily makeup. This is what I do every single day, even if I'm not going anywhere. So I start with the most important, my concealer. I also put a bit on my brow just to make it look a bit lifted. Next I go to my eyeshadow, which is also a cheek bronzer as well. Then I move on to the Body Shop palette. You see which ones I've used the most, and it's a dark brown, and I use this just to contour around the eye on the bone. I use this to contour under the eye as well, to give that smoky look. I fill in my eyebrows with it as well. Then it's time for my eyeliner. Then it's mascara. While my top lashes dry, I usually do my foundation, and I start with a primer. Then my foundation. Then I use a little cheek stain. I carry on with my bottom lashes. A bit of powder. A little bit of contour, going back to the same palette I used for my eyes. A little bit of lip gloss. So that's my daytime makeup. Now if I wanted to turn this into evening makeup, I would just add a few little things. I'd start with a little shimmer on my cheeks. Then I'd add a little more rouge, some lip liner, kohl pencil, little shimmery eyeshadow, and of course eyelashes. And there you have it, daytime and nighttime makeup.
Wow, Linda, that was amazing. Seeing you naked like that. But darling, you need to tell me something. Out of your makeup routine, what are your favorite 3 products in there?
Well, I have to say that my Lancome mascara, I don't think I could live without that, because if I was on a desert island, I could actually put a twig in there and do some eyeliner perhaps, you know, so that I think would be really important for me to have. And the Bourjois bronzing powder, well, I use it on my cheeks. I use it, you know, here as well, a bit up here, and I use it as my eyeshadow. So I couldn't live without that product. But like you, I am a lover of concealer, and this is just a Body Shop one, and it's like a stick, and I absolutely love it. So if I didn't have foundation with me on my desert island, I could use that as foundation. I could use that as my eyeliner, and that as my eyeshadow. So I'm done.
Now, do you remember many years ago when we used to put our mascara under our eyes and blink? Do you remember? So it used to make a dark thing. We used to do that years ago. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
So you would then put the mascara brush and you'd blink on it, and it would make a lovely line under your eyes.
I'll tell you what I did do though, which is really funny. Before any of these fiber mascaras were out, I used to cut the ends of my hair, do my mascara, and stick little hairs in the end while it was wet, and then go over them. I'd end up with really long lashes.
So funny, I'm busy now, I've got to go.
It's only like the same as they've got fibers in them now, haven't they? Some of the build-up lashes.
Yeah, I suppose so.
So I was before my time. Another trick that I used to do is, well, I do it now. If I'm sunbathing and you don't really want loads of makeup on your eyes because you're in and out the swimming pool, whatever, what you need to do is put your kohl up on the top bit of skin, up here, and it looks like your lashes are much darker, and you get a definitive line without any makeup going anywhere or coming off on anything.
Now, many moons ago, I had that line tattooed in here.
No.
Yep, you can do that. And so
Gosh,
I know
I bet that hurt.
not at all. It's very weird. It didn't hurt at all. And that's a tip. I mean, that's, you know, people say, have you got any tattoos? Well, actually not on my body, but I had my eyes tattooed just under here. And I've also had my eyebrows tattooed as well. But this is another show. We are digressing.
There's really no point in putting on beautiful foundation, beautiful makeup, if you've got rotten skin underneath. So we need to know what to do for our skin.
Oh, rotten skin. That's the way to describe it, isn't it? The person who will help us make our rotten skin into gorgeous skin is our gorgeous doctor, Dr. Tracy Mountford.
Hi,
So we've
girls.
been talking about makeup, and I know that you have the most fabulous treatments and to prep our skin before makeup. So tell us what we need to do.
Yes, well, most of us don't want to wear too much makeup, particularly going into summer. We want to have lovely, fresh, plumptious, dewy skin. That's really what we want. And there are some really clever treatments out there. There's all different levels of treatment, but one that's really close to my heart is something that's called Ultherapy, because Ultherapy does a bit of everything. What it does is it lifts, it tightens skin at deep level, so at the muscle level, at something called the SMAS, which is where surgeons actually do a surgical facelift from that depth. So it makes our skin look lifted, firmer, but naturally so. But it also generates lots of new collagen. So what we get is a really nice, firm, lifted, dewy complexion. Shall we have a look at the VT when Debbie came in to have her treatment?
And today what we're doing is an upper face treatment. So Carolina, can you just talk me through what you've done? I've noticed that you've marked up the face.
So I've marked out the area to ensure I avoid the nerves, to ensure that I'm actually applying the energy to the right structures, and of course to ensure patients' comfort, giving the best possible treatment with the best possible result.
An upper face treatment will serve to slightly lift the eyebrows very naturally, give a little bit more lift to the upper eyelid and help smooth the upper eyelid. And also the treatment that Carolina is now demonstrating, or the area that Carolina is now demonstrating, is the under eye area as well. So we can just treat around the under eye to tighten, firm and lift the skin underneath that area. And that's an area of high concern for a lot of women and men. The way Ultherapy works is that it delivers heat under direct ultrasound control. So this is a very precise, very safe, very focused treatment. And that is why it is FDA cleared for lift of the skin, because if we actually target specific depths of the skin right down to the muscle, we can cause collagen to do two things. It will remodel, tighten and contract, and also we will get brand new collagen formation as well, often at quite deep level, right down to the muscle layer. And this is what makes Ultherapy very unique in the skin tightening world. And this is why at our clinic it's a very popular treatment to either have as a standalone treatment or in combination with fillers and light muscle relaxing treatments to help the face look naturally rejuvenated, lifted and fresh.
I mean, Debbie, how did you find it when you had it done?
Well, it's fabulous, really. I mean, I didn't know what to expect, of course, but it's kind of like being ironed. Quite a nice feeling. It's like having a very deep facial massage with a machine, and it does work.
I found it extremely painful.
Generally, things that work, there'll always be a bit of a negative. And the negative is they might
No
be
pain, no gain.
It was acknowledged to be too challenging for a lot of people. So actually, it's been altered quite a lot to actually make it quite comfortable. Most people, if you ask them, can you rate this on a comfort scale between 0 and 10, where 10 is and 0 is, yeah, it's easy, they hit about a 5, 6, but nothing like it was before.
And how long will the benefits last?
The benefits last about a year. And what we're doing now, which is a little bit more creative, is working out a bespoke treatment plan according to people's lifestyles.
If you've got young muscle or old muscle, does it respond differently?
Yeah, that is a brilliant question, Linda. You can work preventatively. So you don't want to treat people too young, but sort of mid-30s to late 30s, you can start to just do very light treatments to boost that collagen bank, as I call it, and keep the skin looking really tip-top form. Then as you get to the 40s, 50s, still a very, very good response, Linda, because you've still got a lot of vavavoom in there. You've got a lot of your own collagen still doing the job well. So all you're doing is boosting it and making it more springy. Of course, as we get older, no matter how well we've looked after our skin, we may need a little bit more thrown in too. So this is where, to get more jawline definition on a patient perhaps that's slightly more mature, you might combine something like filler to give a little bit of a hook back, and then do the Ultherapy as well.
How can you, with treatments, how can you naturally highlight the face?
We are using fillers very, very subtly. You know, I'm not talking about cheeks like this. I'm talking about very, very subtly, in order to reflect the light, to actually do the job that your makeup would normally do. And again, with little tiny drips on the chin, or just subtly, I'm talking micro droplets just on the top of the lips, so the light reflects off the surface of the skin and works much like a highlighter would do. It's all clever stuff. It's really, really clever. Remember, we don't have to go heavyweight on these things, you know, or therapy isn't necessarily heavyweight, but people can't get away from the fact that it is a more what I would call a very high-end treatment. It can be costly if it's done, you know, in multiple areas. And so therefore we have to also be respectful that when one is not needing that, you can do very straightforward things to make skin look wonderfully nice. You know, you can use all these lovely topical products that actually we've covered before, you know, that actually work, cosmeceuticals that actually give a natural little skin peel, that actually make the skin look really glowy and fresh and lovely. Or we can then go on to light in clinic peels that don't cost the earth. They're easy. They're really reasonable.
And are they over the counter stuff, or do you have to come to a clinic for these treatments?
I think look, you can get some quite good products on the over the counter. I would tend to always recommend products that we provide in clinic, not just because we provide them in clinic, but I know how safe they are. I know that I've got a patient who I've assessed properly, and we're only putting on their skin what we've assessed their skin will tolerate. Go cautiously, maybe do a little test patch on your skin, make sure you're not going to react.
Many years ago, glycolic peels and all of that lot was something you could only get in a clinic. But now I see glycolic stuff all over the place over the counter. And that's me, because I know how lethal it can be. You do think, as a general layman, if you can buy it in Boots, it won't hurt me.
You know, to be honest, I like the fact that the market's opened up. There's a part of me that thinks that's good, that these things are accessible to people who don't want to come into clinic and they don't want to invest that much. You know, they want to do something at home. That's great. But of course, in clinic, we can offer stronger products. We can manage your treatment more effectively, and thereby we can just push your skin to the next level.
If you were on a desert island and you could only take one product with you, what would it be?
Concealer, 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 every time, and twice on Sundays.
And is there a particular one?
I go with really cheap brands, but I've tried the most expensive, I've tried the cheapest of the cheap. And actually, I tend to go with the stuff that's got the consistency of pan stick, which I know settles in all the lines. By word, I've got a few of those. But, you know, just blending it in and layering it on, and here and here, I find that it stays on. Whereas when I use something that's very light, by the time I've done a bit of this or that, or I'm a face toucher, it's all gone and it doesn't do the job for me. So I like something with the consistency of pan stick.
Tracy, thank you. Thank you. You're wonderful. We love having you on our show. You're the best guest ever, because you give away all the secrets, and we will see you next time.
Thank you for having me on. And yeah, you both look gorgeous, so you don't really need to help.
See you next time.
Bye guys. See you soon.
I just love Tracy. I think she's absolutely brilliant, don't you?
So knowledgeable, such a clever lady. Well, we're going to another clever lady now.
Yeah.
Yes, she's going to reinvent us. We've all been in lockdown for so long, and some people haven't worn makeup. Unlike us, we put it on every day. Some people have forgotten how to do it. So Hannah Martin is here to tell us how to reinvent ourselves after lockdown. Hello, Hannah.
Hello, how exciting.
So Hannah, we're all starting to meet up again outside. What can we do to make ourselves look the very best out in the daylight when we see our friends after a year?
I love that you say in the daylight. Well, one of the first things I'd say is when you are getting ready to go out in real life, in daylight for the first time, is just go outside either with your phone on selfie mode or a mirror, and just double check your makeup, because one thing I've learned is that I'll do my makeup and I think it looks great either, you know, in the bathroom or here for a computer screen, go outside and sometimes it's just a bit too much, or sometimes what looks you know, glowing because I've got a makeup light on, actually can look a little bit powdery if I've used a powder highlighter. So double check it outside. And then if you need to tweak, you've got time. Don't check it when you get to your destination and then panic that you've overdone it. If, like me, you've gotten a bit overexcited and maybe done a bit too much makeup, or you need some kind of setting spray. I've got the Illamasqua Hydra setting spray here. Spritz your makeup and it just brings it back to life. You know, that slightly powdery edge you can get sometimes.
Yeah.
Some kind of setting spray will just rehydrate your surface of your makeup and it will just look fresh again.
Yeah, so Vogue called you the Queen of Radiance. You are so radiant. You look so gorgeous. And also smoky eye tutorials that you do are fantastic. Now, how do I do that without looking like Debbie Panda?
Well, I'd say right now your eyes are absolutely on point. You look absolutely beautiful. So
I'll send you the tenner in the post, by the way.
So in my eyes, you're not doing anything wrong. You look absolutely beautiful. But to anyone out there who's just worried about a smoky eye or not sure quite how to execute a smoky eye, I'd say if you're a beginner, keep it simple. Just choose one tone, whether it's a bronze, whether it's a charcoal, and get it all over the lid. Make sure you blend it through the crease of the eye. I love, Linda, how you always take it along the lower lash line as well.
Oh, I do.
So go all the way round and then finish with loads of mascara. If you've done a dark eye and then do wimpy mascara, it just looks unfinished. So your mascara and your eyebrows have to kind of speak to the intensity of your smoky eye.
Ooh,
Then once you've nailed that and you're confident with that, then I talk about making, you know, around your lash line darker than the color on the lid. My favorite smoky eye is always when it's really dark around the lash line and then gets brighter.
Are there any trends for this summer that you think are coming out that we should know, we can get ahead of the game?
Do you know what? Big lips are still a thing. People are still, I mean, I've overlined slightly today, but that's because I do love a juicy lip. I think the glow is here to stay. I think we've had a couple of years of a resurgence in matte, full coverage, long wear. And actually, what I'm seeing, you know, online in the magazines and what I'm being asked to do is more like, you know, no makeup. So I think a lot of dewy bases is where we're going to see makeup going. Ciate do a lovely base called Dewy Skin, and it does exactly what it says on the tin. It's not loads of coverage, but it does give that kind of slight wet look that some people might want. Now, I prefer a bit of coverage. Always have done. I think I always will do. So I'd like something like Delilah. Their Time Frame foundation is beautiful. You've got decent coverage, a beautiful glow, but for a makeup lover like me, I still feel like I'm wearing makeup.
Well, I need to know, what if I took you to a desert island with me, which in fact I would actually love to do, what 2 products would you take with you that would make your life easier on this desert island, that possibly George Clooney or any gorgeous man just might be there as well?
George, wow, take me to the island right away. If I could just choose one makeup item, it's got to be mascara, because I just think no matter, hopefully you've got a bit of sun, you know, wisely with sun protection and stuff, but with a bit of a tan, makeup free, I just think framing the eyes with thick, luscious, fluttery lashes can just make you feel better.
Is there a particular mascara that you think is the best one on the market?
I love the Huda Beauty Lash Freak is Urban Decay. Huda's got Legit Lashes, which has got, it's a double-ended mascara, and if you like big lashes, which I do, it's incredible. I use both combs. You get length, you get volume. It's stunning. I'm using the Supra Volume from Clarins today, and I really like it.
Yeah, they look good.
No falsies, just a decent mascara.
Come close, let me have a good look. Oh my goodness, you look like you're wearing false ones.
We did a sort of survey between us and we came out with our favorite product, our favorite must have. And I wonder if your second one is this.
It's probably going to be concealer.
Yes.
Was it? Was it concealer?
Yeah.
You can use concealer under the eye, around the mouth, around the nose, anywhere where you want a little bit of coverage.
Do you know what, Hannah? We could talk to you all day.
I could talk all day about makeup. It's my favourite thing.
I watch your tutorials on Instagram. They're amazing. I'm a real big fan. And I watched 10 Years Younger, and I know you're having to social distance and get them to do their own makeup and tell them what to do. It must be very difficult. You must be going, no, not like that.
So in series 1, I could do it because it was pre-COVID. So yeah, the makeup lesson bit, they had to do it on themselves, and it was very frustrating. However, I could do all the reveal makeup, but it just meant I had to be in full PPE, and no one wants to watch that on the telly.
Thank you so much for joining us. Will you come back? Will you come back?
Please. I feel we've only scratched the surface.
I know.
We'll do more. We're going to do more makeup shows, but this is our very first one, so you can come back and 1,000 times, because we'll be doing just to see you. It's lovely.
I love that. Thanks for having me.
Bye, Hannah. Bye.
Oh, she was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And now we're about to take a trip to another planet.
Yes, we are going to Planet D to find out how to breathe.
How to breathe?
Yeah, there's a technique to it, apparently.
Yeah, in and
Here
out.
we go.
Follow me, I'll take you to where you wanna be.
Welcome back to Planet D. Last time we spoke about meditation, how great that is for you and how good it is for your health and beauty. Well, today we're going to talk about breathing, which is a very underestimated activity that us human beings do every day, all the time. Otherwise we wouldn't be alive. But actually there's breathing and breathing, and I'm going to tell you about breathing. Why is breathing so important? Because it provides oxygen to your blood, which then goes into your neck, into your face, into your skin, and it gives you that glow because you're breathing properly. And breathing also impacts on your posture, which is really important to look young, vibrant and healthy, and also slims you in about half a second when you pull in your tummy and put your shoulders back. It gives you that confidence too. So breathing is key and very central to everything. And I'm going to show you how to do it properly. Now what I want you to do for me is to take your left hand and put it on your upper chest, and your right hand and put it on your diaphragm. And this is preparing you for breathing deeply and beneficially for you, for your health and beauty, especially your beauty. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take a deep breath through the nose and hold it for 5 seconds, and then breathe out through the mouth, making sure that this hand doesn't move at all and this hand does move a lot. Okay? After 3, 1, 2, 3, breathe in through the nose. Hold it for 5 seconds. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Make sure that there's plenty of air in that tummy, and get ready to breathe out through the mouth. And that left hand hasn't moved at all. So did you know that taking deep and long breaths is actually really good for weight loss? It's also good for your circulation, for lowering heart rate, lowering blood pressure, and also very, very good if you're anxious, or you can't relax, if you're stressed. It's good for everything. So come on guys, let's get breathing.
So we've done our makeup, we've had the old therapy, and now we know how to breathe.
Oh, sorry. If you like this, please like and subscribe our show.
Yeah, do. And I'm sure there'll be more makeup shows, because there's so much to talk about when it comes to makeup. We've really only scratched the surface. So keep sending any questions that you've got to the Instagram at the.beautyangels and send us your questions.
Yes, and our very next show will be all about her hair, not her. Her hair.
Oh, about hair.
About hair.
Yes. Is Ian going to join us?
Mr. Ian Denson is joining us. So yes, watch out.
Make sure you tune in.
Yeah.